This is episode 3 of Film Chat, and our film is Chinese Girl Wants Vote. And you can go ahead and start it. That's it, you can go ahead and start it on your end.
Sorry.
Hit play.
Oh yeah, one for that. Sorry about that. You want to start the episode over?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right. Film Chat episode 3. We're watching Chinese Girl Wants Vote. And hit play now.
Okay.
There we go. Screen.
She most certainly suffered unjust rejection galore. I don't know her at all. She seems really fascinating and I'd like to know more.
Who was the face behind Chinese Girl Wants Vote? From the National Park Service. Dr. Mabel Pinghua Li was born in China and lived from 1896 to 1966. After immigrating to the United States, when she was just 16 years old, Mabel Li was a known figure in New York suffrage movement. When New York City suffragists held a parade in 1912 to advocate for women's voting rights, Mabel Li on horseback helped lead the parade from its start. In 1920, the 19th Amendment gave women throughout the U.S. the right to vote, but Chinese women like Mabel Li could not vote until 1943. This was because of the Chinese Exclusion Act, a federal law that was in place before she was born. The Chinese Exclusion Act limited Chinese immigration and prevented them from becoming citizens. Here are some of Mabel's words from her writings, China Submerged Half, and the meaning of women's suffrage.
I plead for a wider sphere of usefulness for the long-submerged women of China. I ask for our girls to open the door to the treasury of knowledge, the same opportunities for physical development as boys, and the same rights of participation in all human activities of which they are individually capable.
The neglect and indifference to a woman's welfare in the past must be remedied. Prejudice must be removed in a healthy to support the progressive movements. To us girls especially, who are among the first to emerge, we follow the duties of pioneering, and, if we do our share, ours will be the honor and the glory. For no nation can ever make real and lasting progress in civilization unless its women are following close to its men, if not actually abreast with them.
It's a fact that no matter where we go, we cannot escape the idea of women to first for something abnormal, strange, and extraordinary, and so has finally become the word for anything ridiculous. The idea that women should ever wish to have or be anything more than their primitive mothers appears at first thought to be indeed tragic enough to be common. But if we sit down and really think it over, throwing aside all sentimentalism, we find that it is nothing more than a wider application of our ideas of justice and equality.
We all believe in the idea of democracy. Women's suffrage is the application of democracy to women.
The fundamental principle of democracy is equality of opportunity.
I cannot too strongly impress the importance of suffrage for the requirement of women to contribute their share to the steady progress of our country towards prosperity and national greatness.
After graduating from Barnard College, Mabel Li got a PhD in economics at Columbia University. She was the first Chinese woman to do so. After her father died in 1924, she took over his role as director of the First Chinese Baptist Church of New York City. She later founded a Chinese community center offering vocational and English classes, a health clinic, and a kindergarten. Dr. Mabel Pinghua Li never married and devoted her life to the Chinese American community in the United States.
The fundamental principle of democracy is equality of opportunity. I cannot too strongly impress the importance of suffrage for the requirement of women to be worthy citizens and contribute their share to the steady progress of our country towards prosperity and national greatness.
All right, so what did you think?
Kind of reminds me of me doing my genealogy stuff like that, and like the way how they did the slideshows, the period photographs and stuff like that. And I like the way how they showed the Chinese wall there because it's interesting in the history there and stuff like that. So that was a good little documentary.
Yeah, all in honesty, sorry. All in honesty, I don't really have much to comment about.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good short historical documentary, but I don't know. I really have nothing to say.
Yeah. Other than that, it was really just that talking about their experience, I guess, coming from that country and then dealing, with that about here, I guess. So I guess it's just mainly like I don't know what to say about it because it's just like a little like story about China, I guess, or something. Just like not really like a documentary or anything, really. Just like an interview almost about like it's almost kind of like an ad. Almost.
Yeah.
Or like a political thing, kind of. But that's about it, really. It wasn't really a documentary or a film or anything like that. It's more like an ad almost, Even the way how they filmed it kind of looked like a commercial almost. Especially when the girl was sitting on the brick, like, thing, because she was just like, the shot was good, like the angle of the shot was good, and the lighting was good, but other than that, I think it's more like a political ad almost. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
because they're talking about like injustice and all that stuff. So you're really a documentary about.
I've heard a lot about that in real life.
Yeah, it's like it's too much of it. Yeah, it's like all about that this year for some odd reason. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, sorry, it's video, I guess today. Yeah, so it's pretty much just an ad, I guess, really, like a 5-minute commercial ad about justice, political stuff. So that's pretty much what it was. And I thought it was going to be a documentary about like her ancestor or something. And I thought like that's what it should have been about. And then it would have like a better, story to it. You know what I mean? But it was like a political thing. And she should have stuck with like the straight story to the ancestor, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it took a totally different turn.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know what to react to it, and unless it had like a straightforward story, then like I don't know. I mean, no disrespect to the filmmaker, but
right. Exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to give this like 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I hate to say this because I face with criticism a lot too in my films and stuff, but I'm gonna go 1.5 on it because it was mainly an ad and not like a documentary that I thought it was gonna be. So I'm gonna have to go with 1.5 stars on it. So that's the worst rating we've done so far on.
Yeah, I know.
I hate to do that, but that's part of the street.
I know. I feel bad about it too.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, me too. 'Cause I was like, oh, I should have kept it about the ancestor and not gone political. And I hate it when they do that because it's like, oh, just keep it with like the stuff, not turn it into ad and commercial and stuff. Like, well, I hate it when they go that way because it just takes out of the storyline for the film, I think. Other than that, yeah, it sucks I have to give the rating a down one for that. 1.5 stars for me. Well, I hope they don't hate us for that, but I hope it helps them for a later project, you know.
Yeah, I'm a little worried, and I am sorry.
Yeah.
But
We always learn from our mistakes anyways. So move forward and go on our better projects from our mistakes, you know. And I always learned that the hard way too, you know, from criticism and stuff like that. But I hate that it had to be this episode, so that was our first bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
just after this, let's just keep politics out of the show.
Yeah, especially this time of year, because I didn't realize that.
Yeah, pretty bad time.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, let's end it there for episode 3, and let's keep the films for films and not political stuff anymore. I didn't realize that. Like, well, I was being like, I don't know, like it was just like, I just wish it was a documentary, not like a political thing. That's it. All right, I'm done with that review.
Take care.
All right, man. All right, end of episode 3. I'm back.
Take care. Happy Halloween.
All right, yeah.